Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sarah, if you didn't already know. In today's video, we are doing a Q&A all about Cal State Fullerton. Now, Cal State Fullerton is the college that I attend here in California. It is in like the Fullerton, Brea area, if you know where that is, towards LA more. So yeah, that's a little gist of it. But I am going to be a third year at Cal State Fullerton this coming fall season, so in about a month. That's very, very exciting, but also very scary because I'm very close to graduating at the same time. So I asked you guys on Instagram and YouTube to ask me some questions you guys want to know, because on the daily, on my back to school vlogs and my daily vlogs when I go to school, I get questions about the campus life, the events, how the schooling works, how I got in and stuff like that. So I'm gonna answer those questions for you guys today. So let's hop into this video. Is it really hard to get good classes as a freshman? I do really think it depends on your major as well as getting your classes, because I went into Cal State Fullerton, I applied for the nursing program, and now the nursing program, it's really impacted. So it's kind of hard to get in. I didn't get into the nursing program, I just got into the college by itself. So I went in as an undeclared major, meaning I didn't really have a major and I just needed to focus on my GE requirements for the first 2 years of college. And once I got all my GE done, I could apply for a major, or I could have applied the first year. It just depended on if you knew exactly what you wanted to do. So going in as a freshman, I just applied for regular GE classes, and I will say it was a little bit difficult just because you have your set date on when you can apply for certain classes, and you're like, okay, I pick out these classes, these days, these times. Then maybe you go in a week or two later when it's time for your classes to be added, and you see that some of your classes are waitlisted or some of them are completely closed, so you have to go back in, hurry up quick, and find new classes, new times, new teachers, etc. So what I recommend for you guys to do to make sure you get the classes that you really need is check every single week or every other day to make sure the class is still available up to the day that you're going to be applying for those classes. Because my freshman year, I mainly got the classes that I wanted, because when you're doing your GE, it's like letters A through Z, I think, but there's subcategories like A1, A2, A3, and like A1 is like writing, B2 is like art and stuff like that. So you're gonna have a very wide variety of classes you can take and dates and stuff for those simpler classes, but as you get down the list, it can get a little bit harder, because like for history, at Cal State Fullerton, they are getting very minimum history classes, so that can be really hard to get in. It just based on the class and time you want. So what I did my freshman year is I got the classes that I needed. I figured out what days I wanted to go, organized the times, and then I would go in the following week. And I would see if my classes were waitlisted or closed, so that way, as it's coming up to the week where you need to apply for your classes, I knew that I needed to change it really quickly, because it's gonna really suck if you go on the day you need to apply for classes online and you open up your page and then all of a sudden all your classes are waitlisted or they're closed, and you need to come up with a whole new schedule within that like 10-minute frame of wanting to just get all the classes you need. So that's my advice. If that makes sense, I really hope it does. I know it's a lot of information, but if you are a freshman going into Cal State Fullerton, and I think any other colleges, there's a orientation day and they help you choose your classes. Some colleges might not do that, but I found that it was kind of confusing, so I kind of figured it out myself, but that's my best advice for classes. How many days do you commute and average commute time? So I have been very lucky. A lot of my friends don't do this, but I go twice a week. Now, last semester I went 3 days a week, but that's just because I had a lab time, and lab is usually like 3 hours, and I needed to go a third day because it was gonna take up too much time in the 2 days. And I have to take the 91, and if you guys live in LA or even in the California area, you know the 91 literally takes forever. Like, it can take forever. There's so much traffic, it's the worst. But I take fast track toll lanes, and it costs money. But if I do not take it in the morning, I will get to class in maybe like an hour and a half, something around that time. I did that my first year of college. Terrible. Like, I had to wake up super early and go to class. But now that I take the fast track and pay for it, all that stuff, it gets me there in 30 minutes, because a lot of people don't pay for that stuff and you just kind of just fly through all the traffic. But on the way home, I don't take it home because usually there's not a lot of traffic, and I don't need to be anywhere at a specific time on the way home because I'm already finished with my classes and I can just get home whatever time. So I try to save money and not take it on the way home, but it just really depends on what time you go to class as well. Like, if you go around like 10 or something, you probably won't hit as much traffic, but since I have early morning classes, I leave at like 7, and that's like when traffic is the heaviest. So it depends on like where you're coming from and when you're gonna leave. Can you talk more about the business school, internships, classes, community, anything? All right, so I am a business major. My major is business marketing, and business college is the biggest college at Cal State Fullerton. Is business and economics, I believe, and we have so many different major categories you can go into. It's crazy. There's like 20, 30, there's a ton. Like you can go and look on the website and it'll show you like all the business majors you can have and minors and stuff like that. There is seriously so many, and I do get internship emails every single day, but that's more for like people who are going to be graduating very soon for internships, because I mean, you can do it as soon as you want, but personally, since I'm just getting into my business major, I'm doing it in my 3rd year. I will be looking into internships more now because I know what major I want, but my first 2 years I didn't. So I do get internship emails from my business people. Like, I don't know how to explain it. Once you're in a business major, like you declare your major and stuff, they will have your email and stuff. So they will start sending you a bunch of career stuff from the Career Center. Classes. I took a business math class last semester, but as for now, I haven't really taken any other business courses just because I'm studying that this semester. So we can do like an updated video and I can answer questions on classes once I start taking them. How did you know that CSC Web was the right school for you? My mom went there and my uncle went there, and it's very close to home. It's about 30 minutes away from me, and I have family in Fullerton, so I knew I wanted to go there. And I just know it's a really, really good Cal State, so I just had my eye on that one. I didn't really have my eye on any universities. I didn't really want to move out of home, and once I toured the campus, I was like, I really like this. It's very like, it's not small and it's not big, but it feels very homey and friendly, and I don't know, I just really liked it and I wanted to go there. How did you make friends at Cal State Fullerton? I have only probably made 4 friends. 5 friends at Cal State Fullerton out of my 2 years, and it's just because it's kind of hard when you're in your GE classes. Like I said, when you get into major classes, it'll be easier, but I made my 3 best guy friends at college in my first classes at Cal State Fullerton, my first year. We were in like the University 100 class, and it was just basically like a class for people who were undeclared and didn't really know what they wanted to do, and we just met up and like talked, and we just became friends, and we're still friends, and they're awesome. So I don't know, you just gotta be open, and it's very hard for me to make friends with girls, so I don't know why. I just don't know how to talk to girls. I sound like a dude, but I don't know, it's just very different. You just gotta be open to like new opportunities, making friends, not being afraid to make study groups and stuff like that. So take my advice, don't do what I did, just be out there. What advice do you give for first-time freshies? Alright, I think I've said this in videos before, but do not be afraid to be yourself. Do not be afraid of what other people are going to think of you, because high school and college are literally so different from each other. It's not even funny. College, people literally don't care what you're wearing. They don't care what you're doing. They don't care about your major. Everyone's doing their own thing. They're trying to get through college, trying to make friends, just doing life. High school, I feel like it's about cliques, about what grade you're in, what friends you have. Like, everybody knows everybody in high school, but in college, nobody really knows everybody. You can see the same people around campus, but it's not like you know everybody, unless like you're in a frat and stuff, and like you make friends that way, and that's kind of like high schoolish, I feel like. But other than that, no one's really ever that judgmental. Like, they're just all doing their own thing. Nobody cares if you eat by yourself. Like, it's not a big deal, because not everybody has the same classes and like timing as their friend. I'm starting in the fall as a transfer. How early should I get there for parking? Parking is a huge thing at Cal State Fullerton. That really sucks, but I think we're getting a new parking structure next year, so you have a year to get another new parking structure. But I think Nutwood parking structure is our biggest parking structure. I usually park in East Side because it's closest to my classes usually. Okay, last semester I had classes at 7:30 and I got there around like 7:15. There's a ton of parking spots. I had a class at 8:30. I got there around 8. There's still a ton of parking spots. Just depends on what structure you go in, but if you get there around like 10 or 11, literally, like, there's barely any parking spots. I used to meet up with my friends on Mondays and I didn't have any classes, and I'd get there around like 11, and you have to like wait in a line in like the parking structures to like wait for people to walk to their car and then leave, because there's no parking spaces. There's some parking spaces where you can park far away and then you have to walk, which I'm not a big fan of. I like the parking structures, it's just so much easier, but if you have like an 11 o'clock class, I'd recommend getting there at like 10 because you're gonna need to wait for a parking spot, and I don't know how long it's gonna take. Do I like to study at Cal State Fullerton? Yes. With the TSU, we have a bunch of stuff. Like in the TSU, we have seating arrangements and stuff, upstairs, downstairs. I think there's 3 floors. Yeah, we have a cool like billiards and like ping pong tables and arcade and bowling alley in the downstairs, which is really cool. There's also tables and like study rooms you can have. Where do I usually study? Me and my friends usually hang out in front of Langsdorff when we study. It's outside, but it can get hot at times. But there's a bunch of areas where you can study at Cal State Fullerton. It's just very open, a lot of seating, very nice. I love studying there. It just makes me feel like I can get more stuff done. How does it feel to be a YouTuber while in college? Nobody really knows I'm a YouTuber in college besides my close friends and people that watch me that go to my school. I know some people have DM'd me and they're like, oh my god, I found you through your YouTube channel and we go to the same school, and I'm like, oh my god. And some people comment on my videos and I'm like, we had a class together, or they're like, oh my god, I saw you on campus, and I'm like, say hi to me. Like, I don't know, it's not weird. Like, nobody ever comes up to me like, oh, you're the YouTube girl, because it's like a huge campus, there's tons of students, not everybody's gonna recognize me or watch my videos in general. So it's not that weird, but YouTube is basically like my job in college. So I do college, YouTube, and then babysit sometimes, and maybe I'll get a job in the future, like a real one. Kind of trying to, but it's basically just having like a normal job. Like if you worked at like Panda Express or something, or like at the school, like same thing, it's just YouTube's job. Are textbooks really a scam? Have you bought books that ended up never using? Yes. I literally have like, I think every textbook I've bought is like a scam, except for like the ones you really use in class. Like, I'm such a bad influence. Like, don't listen to me. Because I struggle. I hate reading. Okay, I don't hate it, but like I really don't have the patience to read a book. Like, I really should. It would probably help me pass my classes better, and I probably will, like, I've been better reading them, but like my first year I like didn't read a ton and it was not that great. But like this last semester I started using my textbooks more and it really helped. But some classes you really don't even need a textbook. Like you buy them and you go in class and then your teacher's like, well, you don't even need this, but like the website tells you you need it. But some teachers are just different, you don't even need them. So I think like I'm just very OCD and like scared that like I'm gonna need a textbook on the first day, so I buy it before I even go to class. But I think now I'm gonna just go to class, see if I need it, then order it. But sometimes books go out of stock and you might end up needing it, so buy it in advance. And then just, if you don't need it, try to rent it, because renting is the best, because you're not going to be wasting a ton of money on buying books, which I unfortunately have had to buy books because I didn't have them for rent, which really sucked. Alright, I think that's gonna be it for this video. Just for right now, we have a ton of other questions, but I don't want to make this video too long. If there's anything else I didn't cover, leave them in the comments down below. I will definitely answer those maybe in another video for you guys. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope I answered the questions you wanted, and I will see you guys next time. I love you guys so much. Stay tuned for back to school videos. Bye guys. Well, I guess what I'm saying, I guess what I'm saying, I guess what I'm saying is I fucking love you. Chillin' top floor with a pound fuel, but that don't need a thing unless I'm